hope you're well. I hope you're okay. I hope that you are making meaningful memories. I hope that you're spending time with those you consider meaningful to you. And let me just drop something really quick into your spirit that I think will really bless you. Here's something that I've learned. In life, we want to grow. Literally just all throughout life, every phase, every season, the goal is to grow. The goal is to move on. The goal is to graduate. The goal is to be educated. The goal is to learn. The goal is to expand. The goal is to be promoted. Like, no matter what season you're in, like, to some degree, like, growth is the goal. And what I've learned is growth is the goal until it's time to outgrow things. Because change to the brain oftentimes feels like loss. But I think what I want to do right now is affirm you if you've outgrown something. I want you to know that outgrowing something is normal. It's appropriate. It's the thing that you actually want. Your issue is not that you've outgrown something. Your issue is that you know there's things that you may have to leave behind that you're no longer aligned with. That's the challenging part. When you outgrow something, it can be very scary because what you outgrew could be the thing that you are most familiar with, especially when it's people. When you're no longer aligned with something, what do? When you're no longer aligned with someone, what do? And here's what I found. You can always encourage people to grow with you. But when people don't grow with you, and when people don't want to grow with you, you still have to grow. Because your life and your decisions aren't based off of who else doesn't want to succeed or excel or expand. Your growth is personal. What's beautiful is you need to know that it's okay. It's okay that you outgrew certain environments. You're supposed to. It's okay that you outgrew certain people. It happens. Throughout your life and throughout the many seasons, especially if God is doing something in your life, there's a lot of things that you're going to outgrow. And I think the bigger challenge is dealing with this idea or this concept that you have to start over. Start over in new environments. Start over with new people. Start over with something new altogether. And it keeps showing up in your brain as the unknown. And the fear of the unknown will cripple you from moving forward. It's showing up in your brain as this fear of starting over, because to you, starting over runs the risk of the fear of failure. See, the fear of embarrassment, the fear of losing your identity. Because what do you do when your identity was in where you were, who you were with, what you got involved in, where you used to attend? It's very dangerous. It's very scary, but you're supposed to grow. You prayed to grow. And that's what I would tell you. Remember, you prayed for this. Remember, you prayed that you would grow in this way. You prayed that you would walk through these doors. You would meet these types of people. You would go into these types of places. You prayed that you would even grow closer to God. And now that as you've grown, you're no longer aligned with things from your past. Remember, that's supposed to happen. Remember, it's supposed to happen. And remember that there's going to be some difficult conversations. And if people don't want to grow with you, or if it seems like this is where the journey ends, if it seems like this is where we may part ways, with whatever it is and with whoever it is, it's okay. And I've talked about it a million times. Just because a season comes to a close, or it seems like you're no longer aligned with where you were or who you were with, doesn't mean there has to be a big falling out. Sometimes this could be a conversation, a very difficult conversation, a very interesting and awkward conversation. But as adults, we need to lean in to the discomfort and express where we are, where we're going, and especially what God is doing in our lives. Now, this isn't for strangers or people that are against you, jealous of you, or envious of you, or hating on you, or trying to destroy you. I'm talking about people you find meaningful. I'm talking about people that you walk with, that love you, that care about you, and that you care about, that you feel you can trust. You can allow them in and let them know this is where you're going. This is what God is doing in your life, and you can't always explain it. You can't always put it into words, but God is doing something in your life, and He's changed desires. He's changed your focus, changed your priorities. You want to be in a place where you're more aligned with where you are, where you're going, what you're doing. And sometimes that means you won't be able to come around no more in certain environments. Sometimes that means you won't be able to engage anymore in certain conversations. Sometimes that means there's certain things you can no longer tolerate or entertain. And that's okay. Just know, if no one applauds your growth, you do it. You're growing because you're supposed to, but not everybody gets the privilege to. So whatever new information you received, whatever new environments you've been exposed to, whatever new opportunities that have caused you to grow, embrace it. Don't run back to what's familiar, because maybe your nervous system just feels more comfortable there. It's very dangerous. And I've learned that going backwards only ends in resentment, bitterness, and many frustrations. Because do you think God brought you this far just to bring you this far? And remember, the day you stop growing is the day you die. And the day there's no more need for growth, it's probably time for you to meet Jesus. Okay? And so just know, listen, while you're on this earth, you're going to meet more sides of God. You're going to learn more about who He is. And He's going to call you places you could never even imagine if you just trust Him. And as Jesus is calling you, as the Holy Spirit is leading you, just know there's some things you may have to leave behind. Know that it will be worth it. And know that growth is supposed to happen when you're following God. It's very critical. And so I pray that you enjoy where God has taken you. I pray that you enjoy how God has changed your desires. And remember, you prayed for this. This is what you really wanted. And the life that you have with God is the life that you actually want to live. Always remember that. Always remember that. I'll see you soon.